Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. What's up? My name is Jacob Paul with Inside Out Online, InsideOutOnline.com. Today we're going to talk about how to sing it. We've been talking about the perimeters of the scale and where to put it to get us in certain keys. Now we want to use those notes to sing. Some of the greatest iconic guitar riffs of all time, almost all of them, are built from the basic perimeters of the minor pentatonic scale. It's so important. But first, we have to know what those perimeters are. Our fingers have to be used to it, creating muscle memory, and our mind's eye has to see it there, right? My mind's eye is seeing the scale there. So now we're going to talk about how to sing it. I want to introduce an idea to you called playing in phrases. If I were to talk and run on sentences and my words just kept going on and I never took a break and I never took a breath and I just keep talking blah, 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 well, your mind can't follow it, right? When we hear guitar riffs or solos, or you want to get better at soloing, I want to strongly encourage you to not see it as constant run-on sentences, but to see things, especially, let's say in the beginning, in short, focused, confident, 2 to 3 to 4 note phrases. All right. Notice when I'm talking, I'm taking a breath, and I'm putting words in groups, right? When we sing, we want that to come out too, so the listener can perceive it and rest on certain phrases. All right? So, what we're trying to go from is seeing the scale in a beginning to ending thing, and instead of seeing it from here to here, back to here, picking apart little moments. So, we're simply just going to find some little phrases and practice them today. Let's jump right into some phrases, and then we're going to add some techniques. We're going to do it right here on this A note. If we play the A minor pentatonic scale here, we are playing the A minor pentatonic scale. So we are in the key of A minor or C major. We learned that in the video too. If you haven't seen that, definitely watch video 2 first. So we're going to pick some little phrases. Let's go 4 strings down and then up 2 frets, from our starting bar. Okay. That was a 3-note phrase. It's okay to have simple, short phrases. Be okay and be confident within simple things like that. Ba-da-dum-dum. That's a sentence. Ba-da-dum-dum. So, what did I do? Played that one, I released it to the pointy finger, and I landed it. You could say I landed it to this 2 strings down, 2 frets up. 2 down, 2 up. Those are octaves. 2 down, 2 over rule says octaves. So if we're in the key of A minor, it would make sense to land it to an A note. Alright, what was that one? Same. Land it, let it land. It doesn't have to keep going. Right? Rhythm and confidence. Alright? Let's do another one. Let's kind of come from the lower range and land there. Let's start on this 2nd string down. And I'm just going to run up those 4 notes. Pause this video anytime. Back up 10 seconds. Back up to the beginning. Whatever you want to do. Come back to it in a month. Come back to it in 4 months. Right? And keep getting these concepts. All these things, you're not going to get it all in this one by watching this video one time. It's a process, and that process is related to your experience and your time that you put into your instrument. Alright, that's a phrase, that's a sentence. There's nothing wrong with that short little phrase. I would practice that over and over. Alright, so we've played with these middle strings here. Let's move into some of these higher notes. Alright, let's do this. We're doing like little 4-note. So I'm starting here, I'm releasing to the pointing finger, I'm going to the string above it, I'm going back, and then I'm coming back here. That's the other one that we did. So there's 3 different phrases there. Alright? So now let's talk about a couple techniques. There's 3 techniques, maybe 4, that you can start integrating. Hammer on, pull off, and slide. The 4th one we'll call vibrato. The hammer-on technique means you're playing one note, and with one pluck, we're going to get 2 notes by hammering on a higher note. So 1 pluck, I'm down here on the 4th string, I'm starting with my pointing finger note, and I'm hammering on my 3rd finger. Playing legato. Legato means smoothly connected. We don't want to go choppy. Now, when we start out, we might be choppy, right? But we want to learn to smoothly connect our notes. Hammering on gives you a consistent sound, and it also cuts the chop of the pick. Chop, chop, chop. 1 pluck, 2 notes. That's the hammer on. Hammer off, or pull off, is when you pluck it on a higher note and you kind of pull it and let it go, like a rubber band or something. Just a little pull and release it to a lower note in pitch. So we were doing this earlier. Now what if we pulled that off? Pull that one off. Or what if we did pull off, hammer on. So 2 plucks of the pick, 5 notes. Pull off, hammer on. Right? Look, no hands. Hammer off, pull off. Or pull off, hammer on, and then hammer on, right? So, hammer on, pull off, and then another technique is slide. Check this out. All right, let's go back to this phrase. And instead of hammering on from here to here, I'm gonna slide. I'm gonna back up behind my scale and use my 3rd finger to slide into position there. Now this can be a lot more meaningful than this. It's a slide, so I'm plucking it earlier or lower, and I'm sliding into where I want to go. Sliding, you want to look not at your finger, but you want to look at where you're going. Whoa, that's deep. Don't look at where you are, but where you want to go. Wow. Slide. Or hammer on or slide. So to slide, you want to go back and then pull into it. All right, so again, the takeaway is don't create run-on sentences. Even running the scale in order is a run-on sentence. It's just la 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 la. It's on and on and on, right? But see it in phrases. your own little 3 to 4 to 5 note phrases, right? And build from there. All right, now you're being expressive. You are creating the expression. The last technique on how to sing it is going to be bending. I'm going to give you gold here, so don't run away yet. Check this out. There's 2 notes that are most commonly bent in the minor pentatonic scale. In fact, if you hear 10 songs with a guitar riff that bends a note, I'll bet you 9 of those bends are one of these 2 notes here. And those 2 notes are found here on this high note, this 3 frets up note on the B string, not the bright string, but the one above it. This one bends. And what it's doing in this case, we're bending up a full step, and it's going to equal this, in order to make it equal this bright string up here on the high string. See, it's the same note. And the other bendy note in the minor pentatonic scale is this one right here. 4th string down on the 3rd finger note here, 2 frets up here. So now bending is its own technique that you have to spend a long time practicing. But what I would encourage you to do, since you're into this expressive moment here of making the guitar sing, spend the next months and months practicing your bends. And what you want to listen for is a full step. Start with a full step. If it's not equaling that high note here on the bright string, then it's not a full step. I'll tell you, I cheat, and I use my other fingers, sometimes just 2, sometimes maybe the 3rd comes here, I'm not sure, to give me the muscle and the power behind that bend to really properly make it meaningful. So I'm bending up a full step, bringing it back down. When you're bending a note on the guitar, you're going to run into the string above it. Now, what do we want to do about that? We don't want it cramming in to where the string is that we're bending. And we also don't want it coming on the other side and getting into our nail. So you want it to land into a soft part of your finger so that also it doesn't play. So I'm bending this note, but as I'm bending up, I'm kind of grabbing this string above it and just letting it go into the soft part of my finger also. Not underneath and not into my nail, but just all these little techniques and things you can master by playing it a bunch. I think that's a good introduction to how to sing it. Think about those 4 techniques: hammer on, pull off, slide, and vibrato. Vibrato is shaking the note. One common way to do it is to go up and down. If you're on a non-fretted instrument like a violin, the vibrato goes side to side. But because we have this fret in the way, what I do this way doesn't matter because it's not bending the string. Going up and down does bend the string, which gives it that taking the pitch and letting it fluctuate. Right? Vibrato helps a note cut through. That's why sometimes when people sing, that kind of shaking cuts through the mix, cuts through the sound. All right, and then that last concept of bending. And those 2 bending notes are found up here, 5th string down, up in the high range, and then the string above it. Practice the bends. It's a full step. Now this is a cool one because bending it less, how you bend it means different things. So that's a little nicer, right? This is a little edgier, right? Just a listening and practicing what it feels like to make those expressions happen. I'm so glad you watched that video, and my name is Jacob Paul with Inside Out Online. Let's grow together. If you have some questions or something, fill them in the comments, and who knows, maybe I'll make a video for those questions or comments. I'm going to see you on the next video.